Anybody who has anything to do with little children, we are the empathy farmers of the next generation. And there's not a hell of a lot of time to waste on this. This has huge policy implications.
The early environment actually starts before birth, and how it's constructed is very sensitive to the hormones and other things, that is signals that come from the mother.
From that place, little ones will show you things. They'll show how they were born, where they had their challenges.
How can we love our children if we don't have loving in ourselves? How can we teach our children to respect us if we don't respect our partners? How can we teach them love and compassion if we don't love our parents? How can we teach them forgiving and kindness if we're not kind ourselves? You see? And this is the work we have to do on ourselves.
Protecting their innate self-trust, self-reliance, and joy. They come into this world exuberant. Just being here is like, wow. You make a fuss of awareness of the good times, so at the end of the day you want to lie to yourself and say, I don't have any time for myself.
At Birthlight we recreate this togetherness, this creating circles of friendship. And when we step through the double looking glass, we see conflicting realities that are in us. We are divided, and I'm still divided. I have this respect for noble savages, the people I love, who taught me how to be a mother. But I see how everywhere in the world they are becoming refugees, and they are suffering from the oil companies and the depredation of the deforestation and all these terrible things. We see the conflicts and we carry the conflicts between their knowledge. We know they have things to teach us.
We now have wonderful teachers, of course, teaching in their own ways, with their own cultures, their own languages, many places, including Singapore, Taiwan, many places in Europe, Australia now, Hong Kong coming up. Russia, of course, I've got some great stories from Russia.
They wait, he passes, they continue. No way, this is women's magic. Men have nothing to do with it, and men respect this. Vice versa, also, men's Njanga. Women respect that. There's a mutual appreciation and a mutual respect.
If we were to look after pregnant women, in 50 years, 2 generations, we would be able to close our prisons and close our hospitals.
Birth is about making mothers strong, competent, capable mothers who trust themselves and know their inner strength. Now, unfortunately, we have now in this country and throughout the Western world an industrial model of birth, which does, if you observe it, appear to have its aim, the separation of the fetus from the body of the mother with minimum collateral damage. And achieving this as economically with the minimum output financially. And I think this does show very different aims, which personally I find heartbreaking.
We must realize that the theoreticians of the 70s had not realized how complex these issues are.
What do we do if we know we are governed by traumatized people who can only bring about the policies that make emotional sense to them? So if I say to them, connected babies, that goes to their place of fear. I don't know how to solve all of this, but I know that it is the issue we need to solve if we're really going to have the successful early years outcomes that we want for ourselves.
It's so important that sensory stimulation is so active that it's not just that you get these short-lasting effects, you can also induce long-lasting effects. If you repeat stimulations with massage, you will get into different animals that has low blood pressure and absolutely high pain pressure.
What is to give light must endure burning. Let us be willing to feel the burn of what we missed
and light the way for those to come.